Hey guys, welcome to my channel! This here is a Twin Flames collective reading. Hello, happy Friday everybody. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. What, pray tell, is a Twin Flames collective reading? What is that? Well, we're going to get an energy update on the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine collectively together as one. How about that? And, okay, here's the next question. Why would we be doing it that way? I mean, that's probably fine, right? You're cool with that. It's all good. You're getting your tarot on. You're going to get the Divine Masculine on. We're going to get our Twin Flame on. We're getting it on. You know what I'm saying? But this is an interesting thing to talk about. Let's talk about this. What's up with that? So here's the thing, guys. Everybody on the internet is saying that twin flames are one soul in two bodies. Now, there are different explanations about how that works. And yeah, that's, okay, that's cool. Everybody's just trying to figure it out. All good, but you just don't need to do that. We already know how that works, okay? And I'll explain why in a second. But we already know how, what twin flames are. It's really easy to figure out. It's so obvious when I tell you what it is. Okay, but nevertheless, however it does or does not work, how it can be that it's one soul in two bodies, that is the one thing that everybody agrees on, right? Everybody across the board, they're going to tell you in some form or another that you and your twin flame are the same soul, right? Now, how it may differ is they're going to say things like, oh, well, the soul split in two at some point, and you have been searching for your other half for all these years, right? So, stuff like that. Or they're just going to say, oh, you're the same soul vibration. Now, here's the reason why the types of explanations as to what twin flames are kind of miss the mark. And again, I'm not here to make anybody wrong. I'm not here to put anybody down. I just want you to realize that you don't need to do that. Somebody figured it out, okay? We already know what this is. You don't need to make stuff up, and it's cool. I know everybody's just trying to figure it out. That's great. Okay, check it out. Guys, we already know about reincarnation. We already know about that, right? Past lives, right? You've lived all these past lives. Reincarnation, you're going to leave this body and then you'll go to another one. Well, guess what? That, notice the way that I just explained it is in linear time. Linear time. So, my past life, I died in the year 1972. And then I was reincarnated in 1977, right? So linear time. I died and then I reincarnated, right? Albert Einstein said, past and future happen simultaneously. There is no such thing as time. You know who else explained this? That there's no time? Buddha, Jesus, Krishnamurti, Yogananda, Eckhart Tolle, any one of those guys, the spiritual masters, thousands of years before science ever figured it out, right? Right. So we're all on the same page, even though your mind cannot grasp the fact that time is an illusion. There isn't. And science has proven that ultimately time doesn't exist. There's only one moment. Everything is happening all at the same time. So Einstein's general theory of relativity is all about relative perspective. Your perspective is what shades the perception of time. The mind is linear, past, future. So it has a hard time understanding this, right? But the fact is, there isn't any such thing as time, and science has proven it. Okay. So, is reincarnation, is that the way it works? Reincarnation. To even call it reincarnation is kind of a mental construct based in linear time. Okay, so here's what's going on with you and your twin flame. This is the higher self in heaven, the afterlife. It's really the before life, right? The energy part of the universe, right? The higher dimensional realms, which, by the way, again, conventional science points out that if you were to exist upon this higher dimensional plane, that there would be no experience of time. All of these different moments in time happen simultaneously, past and future, okay? That's where your higher self exists. It exists on that higher dimensional plane where there's no past and future. It's just one moment. So here's your past life, so-called past life, right? In the year, we'll just say 1770, there's 1880, there's you and your twin flame, and there's your future reincarnation. That's all this is, guys. From the perception of your higher self, all of these things are happening simultaneously. Linear time is an illusion of perception. It's the mind. The mind is duality. The mind is linear. So it perceives, oh, I had to die first, and then I'm reincarnated. And so the fact that there's this other person who is the same soul vibration, I'm just going to make up some cool sounding mythology like, oh, the soul splits and you're searching for the other half of your soul and blah, blah, blah. And again, I'm not trying to make anybody wrong. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to put anybody down. But guys, again, we already know about this stuff. We already know about reincarnation and how the soul exists beyond time. All of your individual incarnations exist now. That's literally, even conventional science says that's how that would work, right? If there's time, or I'm sorry, if there is a, oh, yes, that's correct. If there is time at all, then it's one moment. There's no linear movement through time. There's just, everything is happening right now. And again, I know that sounds weird to the mind, but that's why, like my little diagram that I just showed you a second ago, that kind of clears things up. It's all about perspective. So your twin flame is nothing more than a simultaneous incarnation of your soul, right? Or think of it this way. What if you had a time machine and you knew who you were in your past life, and you hopped in the time machine and you went back to meet them? Same thing. Same thing. So there you go, guys. This is the Twin Flames collective reading. You are your twin flame at the level of the soul, not at the level of the mind. The mind is polarized. The mind is duality. It's separation consciousness. That's where that word came from. Separation. Separation is not a twin flame terminology. Somebody in the so-called twin flame community, pre-internet, took the ancient Zen spiritual teaching of separation and ripped it off. They applied it to the twin flame phenomenon, which is actually valid. I'll explain that later. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we got the Five of Cups in reverse. Ouch! Damn, that's got to sting. So, Divine Masculine, obviously the drama has been reeling and wheeling along for Mr. or Miss Divine Masculine, right? So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kurt. I am the world's leading twin flame coach, #1 twin flame coach in the world. I've coached well over 6,000 twin flame students, and I am what you call a divine feminine twin flame. My twin flame, who is a woman, is what you call divine masculine. Those are just labels. Now, and I'm saying that for all the gentlemen out there who may be watching, searching desperately for answers. It's usually a woman, but there are guys watching, I know. Well, you're in the right place, because I am the so-called feminine. It's not really based on gender. That's just a label. I'll explain that later. Now, at the center of the reading is this death card. Some people are afraid of this card. All this card is talking about is an ending. Okay, so what is ending? Well, we got this Five of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So the same tired old cycles of back and forth with your twin flame, that shit's getting shut down, okay, in the coming weeks and months. So Obviously, with the sun, so spoiler alert, right? The sun, the Page of Wands for you, Divine Feminine, for the outcome. Yeah, this is time for physical union, or what you guys call union. I realized a long time ago that those words, union, separation, detaching, it's not what the internet says it is when it comes to twin flames. But you guys, when you think of the word union, you're thinking of you're going to be physically together. Okay, fine. Well, yeah, that's kind of what's unfolding here. Okay, so judgment in reverse in the subconscious, recent past, for Mr. or Miss, so-called divine masculine. Right, so this whole situation that divine masculine finds themselves embroiled in, I know you guys love to call it their karmic, right? And guys, you really got to stop using that word. Seriously. And I'll make a video about that later. We'll talk about that later. But what, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So their job, they work too much. Maybe that's their excuse. They're in a relationship. Maybe that's the deal, right? The karmic situation, whatever, right? So whatever is going on is going wrong. That's why judgment comes out in the reverse. And they know that. They know they're not supposed to be there. They know that that is not what was meant for them. Still, they carry the burden. Check this out. So we got the Two of Cups. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so this is recent past. Two of Cups in reverse next to the Ten of Wands. What do you think is going on? Yeah, guys, they've decided that carrying this burden, it's kind of like, how the saying goes, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. The juice just ain't worth the squeeze. So, Mr. or Miss Divine Masculine, they know that this is unnecessary drama for them to be continuing on like this, and they're not going to be doing that for very long. Now, these changes that are taking place in Divine Masculines, so-called Divine Masculine, right? You guys, I'm using that term because you know what I mean. It's not really based on gender, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Your twin flame. These changes are taking place because you are changing, Divine Feminine. You are. Remember, you and your twin flame are simultaneous incarnations of the same soul, right? And if you skipped the intro to this card reading, go back and watch it because I gave it away for free on this YouTube video, free coaching. What are twin flames? And it's so obvious when you see how I explain what twin flames are. You're going to be like, oh, fuck, that makes sense. Yeah, of course it makes sense. We already know what this is. You are simultaneous incarnations of the same soul. So why would we be getting this Six of Swords now in the subconscious for you, my Divine Feminine friend? Well, it's because this whole notion that you need to move on from this is false. Moving on, and you're starting to realize that. You're starting to see these patterns for what they are. They are simply patterns. There's no real useful way to move on from them other than maybe to do the detox. Like, for example, people that sign up for my paid twin flame coaching, I'm always telling them to do this detox, which is what gets this whole process kickstarted. But the fact is, that's just 3D stuff because you are your twin flame. You are the same soul, right? So you're trying to figure out, understand, which is the mind, what to do about your twin flame, which is why they're running. What I'm telling you is that's the mind. You are not the mind. You are the soul. You and your twin flame are the same soul. You got to do soul stuff. Remember, body, mind, soul. So this is back to basics stuff, guys. That's why my twin flame coaching works so effectively, because you are your twin flame. You are the same soul. You're thinking about what to do. I'm telling you, thinking isn't even necessary. This is a journey of being. You are doing mind stuff. I'm telling you to do soul stuff. Your twin flame is your soul. You got to do soul stuff, guys. It's real simple. Okay, so look at this. Recent past, Divine Feminine. So we got the Page of Cups, but it's next to the Queen of Wands in reverse. Right. So the notion that there is something for you to figure out is being thrown into question, which is actually kind of making it worse because it makes you search for answers even more now. But watch this. Listen. Here's what's happening to you. Do you ever get the sneaking suspicion, guys, that there is something else going on here on this strange journey that you find yourself on that you need to be doing? Something other than having to do with the physical person. You just have this weird, eerie knowing. I just know there's something else here that's going on other than the person. I mean, I know the person is part of the equation here, but I feel like there's something else going on and I can't quite put my finger on it. Or like you have this deep knowing that your life is about to change in ways that you can't explain and you can't put your finger on it. I just know things are changing. I'm changing fundamentally and I'm not sure how to explain it. Right. Notice, remember, back to basics, guys. Body, mind, soul. The soul is what's going on. That's what's changing. That's the weird, eerie knowing. That's called intuition, guys. That's spiritual. It's not mental. The mind is what says, yeah, but what is it? It questions the weird knowing that you're experiencing. Right. The soul is the weird knowing. Now, I'd love to hear from you down in the comments section down below if you can articulate the knowing any better than I can. And I'm sure everybody may have a different story, but I'd love to hear from you guys. I do read your comments. I am looking for that feedback. Guys, what is it? What is it that is changing and transforming within you? And I can tell you exactly what it is. But it's going to be like the product of that being. Remember, this is soul stuff, the knowing, the intuition. The product of that being is going to be a little different for everybody. So fire it up, guys. Fire up the chat down below in the comments section. Okay, Divine Masculine, Ace of Cups in reverse, but it's next to the Ace of Wands in the upright. Well, that's an interesting pairing. What is going on here? I'll tell you what's going on here. Again, Divine Feminine, you watching, you are your twin flame at the level of the soul, okay? They come in and trigger your spiritual awakening. That's where you need to place your focus, not on the physical person. And you are doing that. That's why you're asking these questions, right? Again, body, mind, soul. The soul is giving you the knowing. The mind is asking questions. What is this weird knowing? Right. But the knowing is the soul. Right. So your twin flame, which is another incarnation of your soul, triggered that experience. So the duality of mind is breaking down. The mind is duality, guys. That's why your twin flame is running from you. So the mind is heavily focused on this person. That is exactly why they run. The mind is duality. It's polarization. It's yin and yang, right? Science has a similar principle, right? Relativity. That's how our universe functions. Right? Yin and yang, alpha, omega, plus, minus, the mind. The mind is duality. Okay? The soul is singularity. It's a single point. There's no duality. It's a monad. It's consciousness. The mind is thought, emotion, and metaphysical energy. Now, because you are so heavily focused on your twin flame, you push them away. You push, they pull away. Plus, minus. Your mental and emotional energy travels to them and pushes them away. That's why they're running, guys. The mind is polarization. The mind is opposites. You push, they pull away, right? That's exactly what these cards are telling you. Ace of Cups in reverse, next to the Ace of Wands, upright, yin, yang, push, pull. Guys, this is coming to an end. You are not your mind. I have all of my students, first thing they do, I tell them, read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. That's entry level for twin flames, guys. Your twin flame is your soul. You got to do soul stuff. Okay, what is soul stuff, Kurt? Ancient Zen spiritualism. No fucking healing, no clearing your karma, no balancing your inner feminine and masculine, no fixing your inner childhood wounds, no clearing your chakras. I'm not saying those things are bad. That's just not what this is, guys. Those things are not spiritual. They are not. Those things are fine, but they are either psychology or metaphysics. Totally fine, but they're not spiritual. Spiritual is consciousness, non-duality, right? So leaving behind that which says, I'm broken, I need to get fixed. Divine masculine is running, I need to get them. Me, them, duality. You push, they pull away, duality. That's all mental construct, guys. It's breaking down. Very interesting. So that's the weird knowing that you're experiencing. Like, my life is about to change. How do I know that? Well, that which asks the question is the mind. It says, how do I know this? I know my life is going to change. How do I know that? That's a question, right? And it's saying, I don't know, and it wants to be in a place where it does know. Do know, don't know. Duality, the mind, concept. Do understand, don't understand. I'm here, my twin flame is there. I got to do something about my twin flame. They are doing this, I am doing that. We got to get into union. That's separation consciousness. Separation is a product of the ego mind, which perceives itself as separate. Unity consciousness is the soul. Union, unity consciousness. There's just me. There's not me and my twin flame. That's separation. Unity consciousness is where you go, there's just me. You realize that your twin flame is you at the level of the weird knowing that you're experiencing. Oh, big breakthrough, guys. You should have just had a big light bulb moment. Okay, so here we have the Fool next to the Ten of Cups. Guys, ding, 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 kind of a big deal, guys. You should have just had a big aha moment. And if you didn't have a big aha moment with regard to what I just said, no problem. You're gonna. These cards don't lie, guys, okay? You're gonna set yourself free from the tired old narratives of separation that there's two of us. There's not two of you. There's only one of you. The idea that there's only one of you is a concept of the mind, okay? And it's going to bring in this Ten of Cups energy too. What is the Ten of Cups? I don't know, your twin flame chasing you, wanting to be with you. Guys, you got to do soul stuff. You are not separate from your twin flame. There already is no separation. Union is what you are, guys. Unity consciousness. And here's another weird terminology that people use on the internet all the time with regard to twin flames. When you transcend the separate self, the separation consciousness of the ego mind, this and that, me and him, push and pull, running and chasing, right? When you transcend that and to enter unity consciousness, union, that's called detaching. Detaching? Yeah. And by the way, that comes from ancient Zen spiritualism, not twin flames. Somebody pre-internet figured out twin flames, guys. That's why we're using those words. I even made a video about it. If you would care to watch, go look down in the description box down below, and there's a link to my video talking about separation consciousness, unity consciousness, and detaching. When you find out where those words really came from, you're going to have the biggest aha moment of your life, guys. The true twin flame teachings are right under your nose. Yeah, you're in the right place. So the Fool, the Ten of Cups, guys, it doesn't get any better than these cards, guys. Your twin flame is your soul. Yeah, they're going to come back. They're going to want to be with you to stay, but you're going to feel this sense of freedom. That's why the Fool card comes out. Freedom from the mental prison that you've been trapped in for all these years. This is your spiritual awakening. Whoop, whoop. Alert. Alert, guys, warning, this ends tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day to get 25% off my paid coaching systems, already inexpensive, very affordable twin flame coaching system, the introduction to the journey. No, it's not thousands of dollars. It's affordable and you can save 25% with this coupon code when you pay in full. But guys, this ends tomorrow night. You got one day left to take advantage of this. Guys, I've helped over 6,000 people on this journey, and you can be the next one. Let's do an oracle card, my friends. And by the way, I do have payment plans. Even if you can't afford my already low prices, affordable, reasonable prices with the discount, no problem. I've got payment plans. You can start for $69. Now, I recommend the gold package. It's like another $9 a month. For 6 months, that's it. $9 extra a month for 6 months. Get the gold package. You get 2 months of the group coaching calls and the private Facebook community. Guys, we hook it up so super fat. I don't need to charge thousands of dollars. My prices are affordable because, number one, my coaching is the only proven twin flame coaching system on earth. Period. End of story. That's why I've accumulated a portfolio of 6,000 students. Guys, I don't care if it sounds like I'm bragging. I'm really not. Why am I telling you this stuff? Because, guys, I want you to do something about your situation, and I figured it out, okay? I cracked the code, okay? Sorry. I'm the guy that figured it out. Guys, my coaching works. It's the only proven twin flame coaching system. Yeah, I get the numbers, guys. I don't need to charge rip-off prices, and I'm never going to do that, guys. It's affordable, and I hook it up super fat. The Introduction to the Journey online video coaching system, over 23 hours of instructional videos. I will give you action steps you can implement right now to shut down the suffering, the obsessive thinking, the sleepless nights, the desperation, all of it gone. And then, what do I do when they come back? How do I get them to stop rejecting me? Why is this happening to me, right? It's all in there. And then 6 months later, I unlock the bonus videos. So 6 months later, there's another set of videos, no additional charge. It's included with your original purchase, right? The idea is you watch the core videos, 23 hours, you start putting these things into practice, you have some experiences, you have some breakthroughs, and then 6 months later, you're ready for the bonus content. Now, that's not all. After you're done watching the core videos, right, the first 23 hours of videos, right, when you're done with those, you get access to me. You can talk directly to me or my 2 coaches assisting me on the group coaching calls over what, 10 hours a week? Yeah, 5 calls a week, guys. Oh my God, over 10 hours of live coaching. You can get in there, talk directly to me, ask your questions. You don't have to if you don't want to talk. Most people just kind of tune in and listen. I think you're going to find everybody else kind of has the same questions you do, right? And the calls are recorded, so you can listen to them later. The call times are staggered. It doesn't matter where in the world you are, right? US, Europe, Asia, India, China, Japan, doesn't matter. There's a call time that'll work for you, right? And that's not all. There's the secret closed private Facebook group, not my public New World All-Star Facebook group, the private Facebook group for paying students. You can even use an alias. We don't care if you want to maintain your privacy, but you can get in there, use a fake Facebook profile. We don't care, guys. Get in there, tag us, ask us your questions any time of the day from anywhere in the world. And guys, we're working. Every day we work. We're on the clock. We're going to answer all of your questions in a timely manner. We comb through that Facebook group every single day. We do the calls 5 times a week, guys. You're going to get service. We don't just take your money and disappear. You get over 23 hours of videos, and you get to talk to us, and we talk back. We're working, guys. We're on the clock. You're going to get what you paid for. So sign up today, guys. End the suffering. Shut down the frustration right now. Guys, change your life. You deserve it. You deserve it. Don't you think you deserve to be happy? Don't you think you deserve to shut down the suffering? Guys, yeah, there's not much else that needs to be said there. Not much else that needs to be said there at all. Love. Very interesting. I'm going to read out of the book on that one. And by the way, they're showing the Christ on that card. They are not talking about eros. And there's nothing wrong with eros, but it's called agape, which is the spiritual love. It's not romantic. It's even better than that. It's spiritual love, real love, source love, divine love. That's what you and your twin flame are, guys. Unity consciousness. You are your twin flame. It's very simple. It's very simple. Okay, I'm going to read out of the book on this one, dude. Here it is. Message. Beloved, you are a child of God. and a peace lover at heart. This angelic oracle comes to you as a signal that new love or a renewed love is dawning for you. See life through the compassionate eyes of your guardian angel who emanates the Christos, and perceive that love as being uncompromisingly beautiful. Look to the beauty that you will create for all in radiance of your love, which is a prism of the divine. Shifting your perspective to the angelic realms means you become a human angel and start to spark miracles all around you. Amen. Guys, what a beautiful card. This is divine love, authentic, real love, physical union with your Mr. or Miss Divine Masculine twin flame. So, speaking of which, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So, Divine Masculine, I don't care what I got to do. I don't care how it's going to happen. I'm just going to walk away from this situation. I'm done. They're walking away from the hurt and the agony of the so-called karmic situation, what you guys call the karmic situation, right? They're going to be knocking on your door, guys. They're out. 8 of Cups next to the 6 of Wands. Very interesting. So I'm going headlong into the unknown, and it feels right. And by the way, even my friends and family are going to look at me and say, good for you, dude. You deserve better than that. And they do. They deserve you, Divine Feminine. And that's exactly what this is all about. Divine Masculine recognizing their own true power within them. Whether they consciously realize that or not, it doesn't matter. How that's going to manifest in reality is them showing up at your door with apologies, wanting to work things out with you. Get ready, my friends. 5 of Wands in the reverse. 5 of Wands in the reverse. So there's no challenge. There's no need to survive, no need to succeed. There's no game to play. There's none of that. It's just what is. This is existence itself. The Sun next to the Page of Wands for you, Divine Feminine. Right. This is a remembrance of who you really are. Who you really are is the soul. The soul is consciousness. That's your twin flame. There is no separation, my friends. Separation is an illusion of the mind. It's a mental construct. Me, them. We are separate. That's the ego mind. Separation consciousness. Union is what you are. And it is going to be absolutely obvious to you in short order. And as soon as that happens, boom, your twin flame shows up at your door. Get ready, my friend. It's coming. Guys, oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me a like. Come on, bring it on in there, my friend. Hit that like button. Also, please don't forget to hit the bell notification icon button when you subscribe, because if you don't hit the bell button when you subscribe, you will not get notifications whenever I post one of my videos. We will be back tomorrow for Divine Masculine, Sunday Divine Feminine. Have a happy rest of your week, my friends.